I hope everyone has had a lovely weekend. Now that it's Monday, however, let's kick off with the Weekly Leek. From this week onward, Fen and I will be launching the Weekly Leek on Mondays, along with a game update. Alright, got your drink in hand? Let's go. Just in case you're new here, the Weekly Leek is Fen's weekly dev blog, which shares progress on a per-team basis, accompanied by 2 infographics to track their progress, with some nice leaks here and there. Let's start at the front cover. The cover for this week gives us more leaks about the upcoming 3-star Hope Forest quest, starting with another bee-related leak of the week, this time the honeycomb leak. Careful, this one's sticky. Anyhow, on the cover for issue 6 we saw the area which is presumably the starting area for the quest, with an NPC whose name appears to read Beekeeper, and this week we're getting a sneak preview of the character model for this NPC. The secondary image this week is a little harder to decipher though. What I think we're seeing here is a smashed up patch of flowers which the bees might normally be using to pollinate. As on the cover for issue 6 we can see similar flowers to the ones I think we're seeing here. Judging by how on issue 6 the beehives are smashed, and we also see these smashed flowers, I'm guessing that the beekeeper's bees were attacked and that the plotline for this quest revolves around saving his bees, assuming they're alive that is, and then restoring his hives. Taking a look outside the cover for this week, we can spot some purple insect legs and the same trails we saw on the cover for issue 5. Taking a peek at a secondary wider image that was provided to me, we can clearly see a purple corrupted ant walking on a trail between 2 burrows. From this we can clearly deduce that the corrupting crystal in Hope Forest is involved in this quest, and that its corrupting effects are likely to blame for whatever situation has gone awry here. Samuel has mentioned before how this quest will be on the longer end, and with the amount of leaks we've had related to it, I'm personally getting very excited for it to release. As for when this would be, it's important to stay realistic. This quest is currently the closest to release. However, Samuel is the lead on this quest, and with him having been ill for all of last week, and him currently being on a well-deserved break for 2 weeks, development on this quest will be slowing down until he is back. I imagine this will also have an upside though, as the graphics team will now be able to work on graphical assets for the other quests in the meantime. Okay, let's go see what the teams have been up to. Starting with the technical team, which is Andrew, James, and Ian. Andrew spent last week taking a well-earned break, which is definitely not a skiing trip. Could it have been snowboarding though? Maybe. Either way, I hope he's had a good time and feels refreshed. James has been a busy bee as he's launched last week's game update, which saw the Weekly Leek being added to the main menu, as well as some quality of life changes making their way into the game. Aside from his regular duties, he's been handling customer support requests and has prepared this Weekly Leek. Closing it out for the technical team, Ian has been doing technical map design work for the 3-star Hope Forest quest, whilst also improving the map design tool itself. Moving on to the content team, which is Paul, Samuel, Daniel, Harris, and Steve, they have been doing quests, and more quests. Paul has been story planning and coding for the 7-star Mine of Mantaman quest, while Samuel has been doing story coding for the 3-star Hope Forest quest. Samuel has also been drinking a bunch of healing potions, as unfortunately he has been ill for all of last week. Let's pour one over his face on the community's behalf. Get well soon, Samuel. Next up, Daniel's been working on a bunch of technical coding for a quest boss as part of the 6-star Hope Forest quest. Let's hope it has a bunch of cool and challenging mechanics. Finally, much like the last few weeks, Harris has been story coding for the 4-star Chronopolis quest, and Steve has been story and technical coding for the 4-star Mine of Mantaman quest. Let's scope in on the graphics team, which is Greg, Nick, and Lewis. Greg and Nick have both been busy producing graphics for the 6-star Mine of Mantaman quest, with Nick also producing the graphics for this Weekly Leek. and Lewis has been working on more graphics for the 3-star Hope Forest quest. I imagine the graphics team must be under a lot of pressure with so many quests in the works, which all require graphical assets. We see you and we love you, graphics team. And the final team, which befittingly consists of the one, the only, the final boss Joe, who runs the whole audio team on his own, is working on a brand new global music track. Alright, let's check out the infographics for this week. The most notable change is that the technical coding has been split into pre- and post-graphics phases, much like story coding. This brings the format for this infographic in line with the Stonemaw Hill one, as that has always displayed technical coding in 2 phases. With this split in technical coding, we see the hourglass icon for technical coding on the 4 and 6-star Mine of Mantaben quests move to the pre-graphics phase to better represent the current progress on those quests. Aside from this change, the only new thing this week is that pre-graphic story coding for the 7-star Mine of Mantaben quest has begun. Please keep in mind that just because something hasn't changed from an hourglass to a checkmark this week, that doesn't mean progress wasn't made. It just means the work which was in progress is still in progress and is actively being worked on. In this issue, the Stonemaw Hill infographic has not changed compared to the previous one, as it looks like Paul was focused on the 7-star Mine of Mantaben quest rather than episode 5. And that's issue 8. Can you believe we've already been getting 2 months worth of weekly leaks? Anyway, if you want to read the weekly leak for yourself, the link to it is in the description. Alternatively, if you want to discuss this issue of the weekly leak and all things Brighter Shorts with me and a community of over 350 members, make sure you join my clan, the Blades of Adothria. The link to our Discord server is in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss one of my uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in Adothria. Bye!